Hey everybody, and welcome back to RNBHomestead. Today we're going to talk about part 2 of your B.O.B. bag. Thank you guys for coming back and joining me on my journey from apartment homesteading to my my home in Arizona. I want to thank you guys for tuning back in to find out the second part of building your own B.O.B. bag. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you're notified every time I do a new video. Also, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe so that you are in the know. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. Welcome back. Now, we're getting into part 2 of our B.O.B. bag. So there's still some couple items that we need to make sure that we have. So stick around. Now, where to start? Poncho. Yes, poncho. They come in various colors, blue, green, purple, yellow, whatever you want to call them. But the poncho is good, one, to basically cover you. In case of it's muddy outside, you don't want to get your clothes dirty, but also if it's rainy outside, protects you from getting drenched and with your hair and your clothing. So poncho, nice thing to have. This poncho, I get them a little bit bigger so the poncho can actually fit over the bag, so it can also protect the bag, even though my bag is waterproof. But you know what they say. They say waterproof, but just like these phones, you drop it in the water and it ain't gonna work. So try to get your poncho a little bit bigger so it can fit your bag. Also, umbrella. Now, people are like, you don't really have an umbrella? Yes, because ironically, I don't know what it is. I know that it rains, especially when I was down in Florida. But I never ever had an umbrella. I have my coat on and everything, no umbrella. So again, basically, like the poncho, protects you from getting rained on. $5, stick it on the side of your backpack and be done with it. As you can say, rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And I don't know how many times I broke my one umbrella because the wind just blew it and I never replaced it. When I replaced it, $5. So, say your communications is down, no electricity. How do you know where to go? How do you know what's going on? What's the next steps? When they're gonna have power back up or whatever the case may be. That's when you have your multi-purpose crank radio. Crank radio, basically you put batteries in, crank it, and then you can get tuned into the different stations. It also for information purposes, but in case the radio stations are still up, you have some form of entertainment. You're not sitting there looking special in the dark, going from A to B and not knowing what's going on. So these are fairly inexpensive. You can get them for $15 or so. But again, they last a very long time. The last one I had lasted about 10 years. And then I made a little crank on it, kind of gave way. Next, also for entertainment purposes, deck of cards, 99¢. Give you something to do besides sitting there. I mean, especially if you are unfortunately by yourself. You need something to do, or if you're with other people, give you something to entertain yourselves in case you have to go from A to B, and while you're going from A to B, something to do, because you won't have your tablets and your phones, because if the electricity is out, the heat's out, or if there's a flood or there's a fire, a natural disaster, you're disheveled. So just have a deck of cards in your hands. Another thing, hand sanitizer. I cannot stress personal hygiene and keeping your body safe. because if you don't, you're not going to make it to point B because you're going to get sick. Just like water, I mean, it's not as detrimental because you definitely need water to live. You want to make sure that you keep a sanitized area. You're not in any type of bacteria. Like, you know, a lot of places now, you know, you have to keep this because of our current situation. But also down in, I think it was Mississippi and Louisiana, they have a boil order where they have to boil their water. So, you know, they also, you know, make sure that, you know, when you're washing with that water, it still has the bacteria in it. But again, you still want to boil water before you use it. And basically, keep your hands clean. Hand sanitizer, 99 cents. Also, during this time, you're not going to have a sink. So make sure you keep some wipes. You can use it for TP or you can use it to wash yourself. A lot of these right here, for some people who have allergies, they have the no scent, but this is a fresh scent. And basically you just take it out, it's wet, and you can bathe yourself. I also have the collapsible water bottle because, again, like I said, water is essential that you need. Now, also, if you're out and it's cold outside, besides the blanket, the tent, the thermal blanket, I also have hand warmers. You just break it open and it keeps your hands warm if you're out in the elements. Now, if you need to start a fire, you need some items to start that fire. One, you can use a flint stick and striker. This is if you don't have a lighter. But again, you should have always multiple ways to do stuff. So while this is a wonderful thing to have just in case, don't make your life difficult. Go ahead and have a pack of 99-cent lighters. Why make your life difficult? But just in case you don't have lighters, make sure you have the flint and steel. So, or for some reason the lighter doesn't want to work. And then, of course, if none of these two things work, you also have some waterproof matches. So you have a way to have fire, to keep warm, and to cook. Just that simple. These are running you about $4. This can run you from $10 and up. And again, the pack of lighters you can get from the dollar store for 99 cents. Now, starting the fire, you could get some brush and some woods and stuff like that and build you a little pile. But again, keep it simple. Just get some fire sticks. Take the fire sticks, break them. Either use the matches, the lighter, or the flint. Strike, light it. Now you have fire. Plain and simple. Again, keep it simple. Don't make this harder on yourself. Now, I know people will always say, oh, it's an emergency. You shouldn't be worried about conveniences. But that doesn't mean don't use your brain. Why make something hard when it doesn't have to be? Get you some fire sticks. $6. Now, when you're out, you want to make sure you have some medical supplies on hand. And I almost forgot. I keep foot powder because if you're walking in water, say that you were involved in a flood, a hurricane, whatever, or you're walking in water, you want to keep your feet dry and healthy. So make sure you have some foot powder. Also make sure you have some extra socks, change of clothing in your bag, and make sure you have some walkable shoes. Ladies, I know we like to be fly and have our sandals, but please have some hiking boots or some tennis shoes, aka sneakers, depending on where you're from, in your bag or on your feet. You're going to be walking. This is no time to look cute. You're not walking the runway. You're walking down the street, in the woods. Have some good shoes. Have some foot powder. Have you some clean socks. Just in case your feet get wet, you have a pair of socks to change. Same thing for your clothing. Now, you may also have a need for, I'm allergic to everything, anything from outside. Literally, I'm allergic to every type of tree, grass. So it's like, Robert, how you gonna garden? I wear gloves, and I keep Benadryl on deck and my EpiPen. So, calamine lotion, again, 99¢ at the dollar store. Also, I keep a thing of Benadryl, Neosporin, ibuprofen. I like a leaf. You can use whatever you want. I do not have any Tylenol because I'm allergic. So again, make the bag suitable for yourself. I don't have Tylenol, but you can. I'm allergic to acetaminophen, so I use a leaf or ibuprofen. Also, you know, even though you're out and about, like I said before, you can still have some of your regular comforts. Make sure you have deodorant, a toothpaste, toothbrush, lip balm. Now, I don't know about you, but whether it's cold or summer outside, having chapped lips and cracking and them bleeding is not on my top to-do list. So go ahead, and I make my lip balm out of beeswax, but you can go ahead and buy you a thing of lip balm for 99¢. Sometimes you can get a 2-pack or 3-pack for 99¢. So having cracked lips, not a good deal, not a good look, and not a good feel. So let's not be cheap. Also, I have duct tape. So everybody knows duct tape has multiple purposes, legal multiple purposes. None of that shenanigans. Tent tears, poncho tears, backpack tears, use some duct tape. Just that simple. One of your cards tear, your playing cards, cut a little piece, put it on the card. Now, I mean, you'll have to put a piece of this on like every card so people don't cheat, I guess. But again, duct tape, multi-purpose, I mean, I know people who use it to tape up hoses, on radiators. Like, I've seen people do stuff with duct tape that I don't even know where they thought to do that, but gotta love you some duct tape. Also, needle and thread kit. Needles and thread you can use for first aid purposes too. If you have a stitch up a wound, probably won't feel good unless it's you're numb, so you might have some alcohol or something to drink. But you can also use a needle and thread in case your clothes tear, your bag tear. Again, 99¢. Ladies, this is called Go Girl. You can use this so that you can use the restroom without having to sit down. You can use this and you can stand and use the restroom, because we don't know what's out there besides germs, and there might be snakes and spiders, and yeah, you don't want to have to sit and use the restroom. If you're doing number 1. Number 2, I don't know what to tell you, sorry, but this is for the ladies. And again, for the ladies, again, feminine products. The actual feminine pads can be used to cover wounds. So again, multi-purpose. But make sure that you have some of those last you for at least 3 days. Also, you have a first aid and trauma kit. You can get these. They start at, I want to say the good ones start at about $10. I do have some the fast clotting for trauma, for deep cuts. You have tweezers, you have band-aids. Of course, they have all types of wipes in here and gauzes, and so it's a standard first aid kit that I've added items for trauma purposes, like the fast clot and a tourniquet. Now, if you're eating, some people eat with their hands. Me, 99¢, got a knife, fork, spoon. You can rinse it off, wipe it off. use it again, 99¢. Now, when it comes to cutting things, a good tool to have is a multi-tool. This has a wrench on it, a can opener, it has a bottle opener, it has, it can cut, it has a file on it, it has a little mini saw. These run you about $10 to $25 depending on how many tools are inside. This one is a 12-in-1, and this was actually on sale for a good buy. It was on sale for like $10. But usually they come in a little pack like this. The last one I had, it was again 10 years old and it rusted. So, but with the multi-tools, you can use them for various things. Also for self-defense, you have your tactical knife, machete, hatchet, saw. A lot of people use a folding saw because it's easier to saw through branches if you're trying to make a fire. Also, if you're going to keep knives of that nature, you want to have a knife sharpener. You can get those for $3.99 and up. With all these, also make sure you have a good pair of gloves. The gloves not only can protect you from the weather, but you want to get some gloves like the leather type or with the little palms on them that can protect you from cuts and when you're picking up wood and dirt and stuff when you're going from point A to point B. Now, I also have zip ties and electrical tape in my bag, and I also have rope. The rope can be used to put up a tent. If your tent breaks and blows away, you can use your tarp, and use your tarp when you have the different ropes. You can use the ropes for defense and do a perimeter around the area you're at and tie stuff to it in case you want to know if somebody's coming around, so you can hear them, tie cans or something to them. Always have some type of rope. So I have the paracord, I have rope, and I have a utility line. You just never know. It's again, keep it simple, make it easy on yourself, and basically practice what if scenarios. It's an insurance policy. Last but not least, my favorite part is the food. Now, I know I said you need water, but I need food. And yes, with the food, some people, you can have the granola bars, you can do the beef jerky. I don't like beef jerky, so go figure. But you can have the tuna packs, you can have trail mix, you can have granola bars. I have some vitamin C, I have some peanut butter, I have some the fruit mixes, so that, you know, if you do have water, you don't have to just drink water. You can use the fruit packs. If you're a person who likes coffee, you can get like, I think 4 or 6 packs of the little mini things of coffee at the dollar store for 99¢. Just having things that can sustain you and give you energy over 72 hours. And like I said, I told you, this is my favorite part. So I just don't have one bag. Don't judge me, judge yourself. I have a snack bag. So I have candies and fruit snacks and cookies, cheeses. I have some hard candy, little pops. Like I said, all comforts for me to get from point A to point B. This is a personal choice, but again, no, I don't have children. This snack bag is mine. So, like I said, what I do also is, because I told you before, you not only want to check your equipment to make sure it works, you also want to make sure that your food and that is not gone bad. So I put them in a bag with a date, and then I try to rotate these out probably like every 2 to 3 months, so I get to eat all the snacks and then just replace them. So I hope this was informative for you, to let you know that you could create your own B.O.B. bag. You don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to do so. And also you want to personalize it to you. Again, This is no doomsday scenario. This is a what if. What if the electricity and the power goes out and you have to leave your home and go somewhere else? What if your electric goes out, or what if you have a flood? You have to leave and go somewhere else. The fires in California, you had to leave your home, go somewhere else. Having supplies stacked just in case of different scenarios just makes common sense. So basically, kids, keep it simple, stupid, and make sure you have good snacks. But I want to thank you guys. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you're notified when I do a video. Stay tuned for the next video, which is actually the car kit. I want to thank you guys for coming back to viewing part 2 of the BOB. But until next time, see you later.